So it's Friday, and we're all trying to get ready for the JaxWax Street Madness event at National Trail Raceway Saturday. We needed to get the trailer all cleaned up and get it loaded, and I've got some things I want to do to the Malibu before I take it down there for a couple of Grudge races I've got locked in. I had Bucko go ahead and pull the drive shaft out and take it to the drive shaft shop to get it checked out because it's had a little vibration in it ever since we came home from XRP. Robbie's got his G-body ready to go, and Billy's got the Phantom GT Mustang giveaway car ready to go as well. However, we do need to make a run to Jegs to pick up parts for my Nova today, and we also need to run over to Lucor to pick up Tony and Tessa's Mustang that just got the rear end fixed. So anyway, we stopped in to see Uncle Terry first at Jegs on 11th Avenue and Miss Kimmy, but our routine trip to Jegs turned into anything but when a group of kids from FFA came in for a field trip to Jegs. These guys are all future farmers of America, FFA. They're trying to get their farming done faster. No?
No.
What are they?
They are, what are you? Ohio something.
It looks like FFA to me. It says FFA. FFA, Future Farmers of... You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't.
Miss Kimmy.
I know, but it is FFA. So
It is FFA.
so
I told you.
Yeah, you
Listen,
were right.
my dad was in FFA. I know what an FFA uniform looks like.
You were right, Bill.
Chief, you got a possible security breach here.
I'm overwhelmed.
These guys are trying to get their farming done faster, Junior. You got any tips or tricks?
If they got any nitrous left in the back, that'd be the first thing.
Evidently, this young man took Billy's advice to heart, and although he didn't buy a nitrous kit, he definitely has good taste in nitrous apparel.
That's right.
It don't get more America than that. Now, believe it or not, as I'm standing there, I overhear conversations about prostitutes and strippers out of these FFA kids. You guys are expanding your cultural horizons. Let me see that. Where did this happen at? She was on something? She looked like she was on Sullivan Avenue.
By a Chevy dealership.
You guys are really getting an education here in Columbus, Ohio. Hey, level with me. You guys headed to the strip club after this?
Yeah.
You guys are going to have to keep this on the down low. You don't want your teacher to find out.
That's right.
Where's he even at? I don't know. Oh, there he is.
Who cares?
That's your teacher?
Over there, wave.
Oh, he's staying on the down low over there. You don't even want to know what these kids are talking about. Oddly enough, their teacher got him out of Jegs pretty quickly after running into me at the counter. But anyway, as we were finishing up at Jegs, Uncle Buckwheat showed up down at Super Duty Truck Parts with my drive shaft, and they've come up with a solution to my drive shaft problem.
So the rear of this drive shaft actually had a stock U-joint in it that would go in the Malibu. Evidently they had changed the rear end in this and it needed a 1350 U-joint in it, which is the only difference is a 1/16 of an inch difference in the cast. So luckily we figured this out. We're going to get him fixed up and have him ready to go tomorrow.
So thankfully the guys down at Super Duty figured out why I'm having a vibration problem with the drive shaft, and they're getting me all fixed up. That makes me feel a lot better about turning both kits on that Malibu tomorrow night. So anyway, while those guys are getting my drive shaft all taken care of, Billy and I head up to the northwest side of Columbus to pick up Tony and Tessa's Mustang at Lucor. Tony managed to destroy the drive shaft, ring and pinion, and twisted both axles down at XRP and didn't have any time to fix it after they got back to our house. So Tony made the call to have Lucor come and get the car, fix the rear end, and put the car all back together. That way it's ready to go the next time Tess and Tony come back to Ohio. By the time we got back from Lucor, Jeremy had the drive shaft put back in my Malibu, and it was time to take it up the road to see if the vibration's fixed. Ready to go for a test drive, June Pup? Now, honestly, the only time that you would even realize that the car had a vibration was when the car was above 60 miles an hour in overdrive. So June Pup and I took it out on the highway and got it wound up to 65, and the vibration is completely gone. So that gives us the green light for Saturday's JaxWax Street Madness event at National Trail Raceway. By the time I made it down there in the Malibu, the place was already starting to fill up. The Street Madness events started out as just a car meet in by the airport across the street from JaxWax's retail store. But the events quickly outgrew the space that they had, and the decision was made to move the events to National Trail Raceway, just a few miles down the road from our house. The first one last year was such a huge success that the events are back this year, bigger and better than ever. The most popular addition to this year's new event season is the Burnout Contest, which pays out $100 to any entrant that pops a tire during the burnout, and of course the overall winner gets a trophy. This was the first of 3 JaxWax Street Madness events scheduled for this year at National Trail Raceway. Go to nationaltrailraceway.com to check out their schedule and see when the next event is. But I'll warn you, if you're coming out for this burnout contest, you better bring your A game. And you better be able to pop some tires if you want to collect any money. But I guarantee you, you're going to have a blast and make memories you'll never forget. All right, so we're in the staging lanes here, trails. JaxWax Street Madness number 2. This is going to be my first pass, and we're going to make a motor hit. There's always a Mustang guy. So this is going to be my first pass. I'm going to make a motor hit because I have not run this car quarter mile with this new engine combination that's in it right now. I've never run a quarter mile, and I don't know whether the fuel system will keep up with it. It's got a stock mechanical, well, stock-ish mechanical pump.
Stock-ish.
Stock-ish. So,
should I be worried?
No.
Okay.
So we're just gonna make a motor hit first, just make sure it goes down on motor, and then I'll make a hit on one kit, and if that goes good, then we'll make a hit on both kits.
Okay.
See where it goes.
So we're gonna ease our way into it.
Yes.
Okay, I like that.
Uncle Bob doesn't need anything else to fix.
No.
So as I get ready to make my first pass, I pull up underneath a tower by this Volkswagen and find out the guy that drives it actually watches the channel.
Well, it would appear that you might get to run beside him. What do you think?
I couldn't pick another person better to lose to.
The whole idea behind the JaxWax events is to have fun and just get people together and come out and run your cars, which is exactly what we're up to here. The air's pretty muggy today. It's not real good, but it still went 1074 at 124 miles an hour.
And this is without any assistance, right?
No,
all
it's all
motor.
motor.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a bad hit for today. I mean, it's pretty humid, and I've got the carburetor kind of jetted for Texas when we were down there.
Yeah.
Right on sea level, real good air. So it's a little bit rich, but it's fine. We can make some nitrous passes now.
Oh boy. So you were worried about the fuel before, was it okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
All right.
So now it's time to go up and make my first nitrous pass. My plan is to turn on just the first stage of the kit, which is 150 horsepower. Unfortunately, my first nitrous pass didn't go as planned. Only the fuel solenoid of the nitrous kit turned on, which richened the air-fuel mixture even more than it already was, and slowed the car down. So now I've gotten myself in a pretty bad situation. I've got 2 grudge races locked in tonight with 2 different cars, and they're both much faster than my car runs on motor alone. If I can't figure out what the problem is, I'm either going to have to forfeit punk out money and not show up for my grudge matches, or go up and run the grudge matches on motor with absolutely 0 chance of winning. As you might expect, neither of those 2 choices are acceptable to me. But I'm quickly running out of time, and I need to get to the staging lanes with or without an operational nitrous kit. I just hope that we've got it fixed.
So, what's about to happen here?
I don't know, me and old man are about to get it on and see what happens. Called me out on Facebook. So.
All right, so tell me about what all's your setup here?
So it's a 5-liter Coyote. It's got a 2.9 Whipple supercharger, return style fuel system, built transmission converter. We're in.
Oh boy.
So,
Should be a good one.
Daily Pro Mod.
What?
Daily Pro Mod.
What do you think? What's your prediction on this one?
For the old wore out wax boy. All right. I'll do my best. I can't make any promises, but I'll do my best. Obviously, everybody's wanting to see this grudge race, and they've been talking about it on Facebook for a few days. This is a really nice late model Mustang with a Coyote V8 engine and a Whipple supercharger. And I'd really like to show that an old 23-degree small block Chevy with a nitrous kit can still get it done. And Incredibly, we both went 399 red on the tree, but no times ever came up on the board.
Well,
So evidently we both had the same game plan.
you both went red.
Okay, we were both trying to take a shot at the light, right?
Yes.
We both went 399 red,
Oh my.
okay? No time came up, but it shows I got there first by 2/10,000ths.
Oh my
Of a
gosh.
Like you couldn't have made a closer race out of that.
Right.
Did you hit the GoPro button?
Yes.
Because that's going to be an epic GoPro clip.
And your nitrous worked?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So did it tell you on the slip what you went?
No, it doesn't, there's no
Oh,
tires.
so you don't have any idea.
Uh-oh. I have no idea.
Jeez.
It was hauling ass.
It was, it did.
Dude, that thing was rolling. That was just on one stage.
Yeah.
That was a good hit.
Well,
We're going to turn a second kit on and see if it'll go down.
honey, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, I told that guy in the black Malibu we'd run to the 8th.
Oh, to the 8.
Yeah, because he said his car runs out of gear. And I'm not sure if my car wouldn't do the same thing.
Okay.
Because it just went through the finish line with just one kit at 6,700. So I don't think I'm going to make it to the end on 2 kits.
Yeah, I feel better with you just going to the 8.
Yeah, I'll go to the 8th mile on 2 kits, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't
not
think
the
this-
quarter.
I don't think this car will go quarter mile on 2 kits.
Okay.
So thankfully it seems that we've got my nitrous kit electrical gremlin taken care of. So I head up to the staging lanes to lock horns with this big block nitrous Malibu that called me out on Facebook for a grudge race at this event. Now his car's on slicks where my car's on a drag radial, and the track is not very good. That bodes well for him, but not so much for me. This time I may have bit off more than I can chew. The vast number of street cars at this event do a real number on the track. It's filthy dirty, and I felt like the only chance I have at winning this was in reaction time. So my plan was to go up, gently stage the car, and take a shot at the tree, trying to guess when the 3 ambers are going to come on to get a better reaction time than my opponent. I took a risk at trying to guess that pro tree, but it came out perfectly for me. An 048 reaction time won the race to the 8th mile. I let out of the gas at about 1,000 foot and got on the brakes, coasting through to a 994 at 113 miles an hour.
Well,
I got him to the 8th.
yep. He had you at the quarter, but you got him in the 8th?
I let out of it.
Oh, okay.
It was rolling.
Do you have numbers?
Holy shit. I went 994 to 113 on the brakes.
Oh,
So mission accomplished. My shit runs 9s.
oh my
He
God.
went 948 at 138 out the back. Like, I don't know if he made it all the way to the finish line, but... Oh, where are you? Come up here, come up here, come up here.
You cut the tree down again.
Hey, that's my job.
You nailed
That's
me
my
on the tree.
job.
Holy cow, he's already gone. Dude, that car is fast.
Huh?
Here's the thing, mine is, I mean, it's a 557 cubic inch fix.
What?
Yeah.
You told me it was like a small big block.
A small big block.
It's 557.
I talked to you earlier, remember?
Yeah, it made 830 on motor.
Jesus.
But it's a cast out. I mean, the car is heavy.
Can we talk about that reaction time?
Come on, kick it back here, come on.
What was your reaction?
48.
His reaction time was yesterday. It was so fast.
I had no 48 light. What was yours?
Like,
These are 3.
That's the only reason.
Well, that's some of the reasons.
Some of the reasons.
He went faster, but I got there to the 8th.
mine was on a 200 shot for that fast.
That's because,
Was it really?
let's call it reaction time.
Hey man, I gotta do something. My boy's over here with 550 cubic inches
No
of
kidding.
nitrous. What am I supposed to do?
How big's that kit?
200.
Good night.
Lordy, son. Hey, and you drove it here.
No, I did haul up here, but I did.
From the car for Ohio.
I drive the car.
I was like,
Yeah.
I
you're bad son
I
of a
put
bitch.
1,800 miles on it.
You know who this guy is?
No, nobody knows. No, no, I'm
You're
just
here
some-
because of this guy.
I'm just some bitch digger.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a race.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Did it look good from the starting line?
Oh yeah.
Looked good.
You
I
guys
told
just-
Vicky, I said,
all over the place.
I
You
said
cleaned
he's
me
got
up till the 8th.
And we were last minute getting the GoPro on. He forgot
Well,
that.
yeah.
I got. Anybody turn it off?
No.
running to the 8th of the quarter.
8th.
Dad won to the 8th.
It's off.
Holy
It's
crap,
on.
man. Dude, when I left, I was like, hold on. I clicked second gear, and then the second kick come in. I was like, holy
I
shit.
watched a good portion of your lead there.
You had time to take a look at him?
Oh yeah, I got a good view of
That
it.
was a great race, man. You're Robbie, right?
Yeah.
I still got half a memory.
Dude, this guy's on Facebook. Oh, I got an old cast head 454.
It is cast-headed.
It's
You
a
paying- you paying up that
550
bet?
cubic
Oh,
inch
yeah.
big block.
You know how much I had on him?
How much?
Surprised didn't tell you to run the quarter.
Wait, you was betting on it?
500.
I couldn't make it.
100.
500 on that? With who?
I trust you. His dad.
Oh my gosh.
He was drunk.
Jack might have made $500 on that race, but I was only locked in for $50 with Robbie. This wasn't about money for me. This was just about having a good time and going out there and proving that an old small block Chevy in my street car, my daily driven Malibu with air conditioning and everything, can still go out and be competitive grudge racing at events like JaxWax Street Madness. Billy and I compared the time slips, and I couldn't wait for Monday morning to roll around so I could go up and visit Uncle Bob at the machine shop and tell him that I won both of those grudge races. Bob was busy getting this little small block Chevy set up on the dyno as he's upgraded all of his dyno electronics, and this will be the first engine that he's had on the dyno since he upgraded everything. So first thing Monday morning, I went out and got the Malibu backed out of the shop, the truck moved out of the way, and helped the boys shove the Nova inside so they can work on it, while I head north out of Granville in the Malibu to go see Uncle Bob. Now 2 or 3 weeks ago, Bob was fighting AFib with his heart, and he's been in and out of the hospital, so he's been trying to take it easy. But tomorrow morning, we're going to get started putting Billy's aluminum small block back together, as well as Jimmy Dale's 434. But Bob wants to get this little 383 small block Chevy street engine on the dyno and make some pulls on it to make sure that the dyno is ready to go for either one of these other hot small blocks that we're getting ready to assemble. So to prepare for the first dyno pulls on the all-new dyno electronics, we're breaking this little small block Chevy in tonight and heat cycling it 2 or 3 times to get it ready for tomorrow. The small block fired right up, and Bob set the ignition timing as well as the idle speed on the little ATM 750 gas carburetor. What do you think, Uncle Bob?
Good to go.
Put a few heat cycles on it, and then tomorrow morning fire it up, make a couple pulls on it,
Yep.
test out your new dyno equipment.
That's not the good stuff.
Excellent, excellent. I got good news.
You got good news?
Yeah.
What's the good news?
I won.
I like good news. Never tell me bad news, just good news.
I won both my grudge races Saturday.
Did you?
And-
Against that big block?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh, so get this. You ready for this? All right, so this guy kind of, a little call out on Facebook. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And he said it was a big block, cast iron head big block. You know, I'm figuring maybe a 454, 496 tops. You know what I mean?
Right.
No. 557 tall deck.
Woo!
Dominator on E85, 200 shot of nitrous.
1,000 horse plus?
Yeah. I got him.
No! Good for you.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
and I ran that, there was a Coyote Mustang out there with a Whipple supercharger. I ran him on just the first stage, and then I came back and I turned both kits on and ran that big block Malibu. And guess what? No problems.
No problem.
That's the main thing, isn't it? What are we doing?
Finishing up these brakes.
Oh, you got the axles in it. Very nice, very nice.
We're doing things the right way around here. I had Uncle Bucko come with a special tool and he put my axle seals in.
We're doing things the right way around here.
Yeah, Billy started putting them in with a hammer and a punch, and he was like, no, I won't do this to your stuff. He'll do it to his own stuff, but he won't do it to me.
So this is the rear end for Tommy's short bed half-ton Chevy pickup project. And we've got, what is that, a quick
Performance.
It's a quick performance 9-inch rear end. They gave you a pretty good deal on it?
Well, it was a good price, but they didn't give me a special deal. It
Oh.
was a good price.
The deal was he was able to get it in 2 weeks.
Oh, well, that is a good
I
deal.
got it quickly, but
I didn't get no like discount. Like I'm not that privileged. But yeah,
Okay.
so this is a rear end that's in like a Mustang, good enough for 1,500 horsepower. On a truck, it's like 1,200 horsepower. But it came with a jack pad, and I had them put this in for me, a fill tube. And
Nice.
$2,800 including tax and shipping.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and
That's not
everything's
bad.
already assembled mostly,
Yeah, the rear center section was already set up.
and that's with brakes.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
They do a good job, and that's a good looking rear end. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's gonna be the nicest part of the whole damn truck. But I guarantee you, the first time it goes in, hopefully it'll never come out.
I hope so. So I'm finishing up my video tonight. We had a good time, right? Down at Street Madness
Yeah,
Trails.
I couldn't believe how many people were there and how many different cars, and people seem to really like watching street cars. Like,
Well, yeah, they're attainable. You know, they're
But,
yeah.
yeah, it was a really good time. Really good event. I think everybody had a good time.
Oh yeah, we had a blast. So big shout out to Jack Miner and everybody at JaxWax and National Trail Raceway for putting that event on. We all had a great time. Thankfully, I won both of my grudge races. I'm sure it's coming one day. I'm gonna pick off more than I can deal with. One of these days, somebody will call me out and crack me over the head, and that'll be the end of my reign of terror, I guess. But so far, I'm doing pretty good. The last 3 grudge races, I've won all 3 of them. Barely.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good unless I line up against you in that Mustang.
Ooh.
That's not like a call out, Dad. What do you think?
Oh, how fast did you go last weekend?
Oh, probably faster than you on 7 cylinders.
Bet. It says FFA. FFA, Future Farmers. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't.
Miss Kimmy.
I know, but it is FFA. So
It is FFA. I told you.
Yeah, you
Listen,
were
my
right.
dad was in FFA. I know what an FFA uniform looks like.
You were right.
Chief, you got a possible security breach here.
I'm overwhelmed.